one of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia's offense comes onto the field first today. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Let's send the tight end in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the result of the play will stand. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this defense started to become a common thread, man. First drive, they forced the INT after having 4 picks last week. They are finding the football. Nice way to start this football game.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room, it's Patterson. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking downfield, it's Francis. A little screen to the running back. Quick spin on the line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And they can't make the connection. They're dealing with a second and long. Caught behind the line. It's Taylor. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They boot it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Here's the handoff. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Francis. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Catch in the middle, it's Skinner. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They're going to run it to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The points have been tough to come by, and they'll try to stretch this to a 2-possession game on this drive. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Back to pass, it's Francis. Shoots it to the left. With the catch, it's Skinner. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They want that clock to run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Power ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
17, Georgia, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Under fire. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Scott. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot up.
Makes a grab right down the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And that's a first down.
Wants to throw again. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Taylor.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle.
Fires toward the end zone. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders.
To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a man. It's Francis. Got his man. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, to understand, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time